is Peter O'Brien. I first saw him on YouTube. My mom was like, you got to see this. He's so smart and breaks it all down and all this stuff. And then got to see him at a training up in Irvine. And you guys, you're going to be so blessed this morning by what he shares about the power of your Arbonne business. Really from a business standpoint. We talk a lot of vision. We talk about a lot of things, but really just the smartness of this business. He's going to break that down. He's from Brooklyn, New York originally. He studied international economics in Europe and worked on Wall Street and for Wall Street firms for 33 years. He co-founded Wealth Management in Anaheim Hills in 2013. And he's actually been named one of Orange County's top wealth managers 3 times. So he's married to his wife, Dinah. They have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. They've got 7 grandkids. So super fun household, it sounds like, over there. And they're all girls. That's crazy. And then they started their business, him and his wife, in 2013. So they are building their legacy and their family with that. Hey, Eric, shout out Brooklyn. So with that, I'm going to pass it right on over to you, Peter. So go ahead and take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Ruth and Christy, for having me on. Lots of exciting things that are going on in your organization. And I'm always humbled and proud to do a training for our Arbonne teams. And so I'm honored to be here. So thank you. And the first thing that I want to do is really say congratulations to all of you for being here, because there's 2 things that I know about every Arbonne group that I train with. Number 1 is that each of you are already enjoying a good level of success in your life. And I know this because you're here. You have ambition, you have drive and desire, and people without ambition, they don't show up here. So number 1, congratulations for that. And 2, I know that you're looking for more. For whatever reason, you have not yet gotten to the level of success that you know that you can achieve, and you're here to take action, take some steps. And again, for that, I say congratulations. And my mission today is to help you with that and to help you feel the power of what you have in your hands with your Arbonne business. And specifically today, I want you to feel the power on the business side of Arbonne, on the money side of Arbonne. And I want to help you feel really deep down in your heart that you made a great decision to start your business. And I want you to have the confidence, lose all the fear, and have massive enthusiasm for sharing the business with everyone. And you'll see those 2 things as we go. Our Arbonne business is very powerful, and without a doubt, you are at the right place at the right time. So does that sound like a good use of the next few minutes for you guys? All right. So let me share just a little bit about my story. You heard a little bit from Ruth, but I want to share kind of what really drives me, my passion to train, educate, mentor people to success with their Arbonne businesses. So yes, I am Peter O'Brien, along with my wife, Dinah O'Brien. We are area managers and independent consultants for Arbonne International. And for most of our careers, we were in corporate America. I indeed worked on Wall Street and with Wall Street firms for over 30 years. I climbed the corporate ladder and finally made it to the top of my corporate ladder. Now, I wasn't the CEO. It was really a large company, but I was promoted to a mid-6-figure-a-year job, and I thought I was set. Set for life, set for retirement, certainly. And then, and don't all these stories, don't they always have a, and then there was a corporate merger. My company was Bank of America Investment Services, which is a huge company. We bought a smaller company by the name of Merrill Lynch, and we thought we were taking them over. And then a decision was made by someone that I didn't know to have the Merrill people take over. And of course, they eliminated my job and 250 other people on the same day at the same time. So you know how we say, in Arbonne, be prepared for impact? Well, impact hit us, and we were not prepared. Dinah had already retired, so we did not have her income, and now we didn't have mine, so we had no income at all. And certainly, and unfortunately, we did not have a plan B, because we didn't think we needed a plan B. We were doing well. So not having a plan B meant that we had to live off of our savings and investments. And so the question, that we always ask during our presentations. And it is, if you lost your main source of income right now, how long could you live off of your savings? Well, we found out, and it's not fun, but it fuels our passion today because we learned a valuable lesson. And the lesson is that no matter where you are in your career, no matter how successful you might be, we are all just one event away from financial disaster. And usually it's an event that certainly you don't choose, but that you don't have any control over as well. And so it can be very frustrating when that happens. So it's our passion to share the business because we know most people don't have a plan B, and that I believe it's more important than ever that people have a plan B. Because there is a major transformation taking place in our economy today that will impact millions of people over the next 10 years and beyond. And it's simply the advancement of artificial intelligence, things like 3D printing, enhanced automation, robotics, augmented virtual reality. You don't need to be an expert in this stuff, but I cannot overstate this enough. Millions of jobs will be affected over the next 10 years by artificial intelligence. And I would say that almost everyone you know will be affected and needs to have a plan B. And I just hope that you feel the urgency in sharing our business, because Arbonne can be an answer to many of those that will be affected. But they need to know it now, okay? They need to know it before impact hits them. It doesn't do them any good after. So they need to know it before. And we could spend hours talking about this, but that is not for today. That is what drives my passion, and I wanted to share that with you because it happened to me, and I know what's happening in our economy. And so every one of you needs to hear this story and feel the story. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about the big picture, our industry, and Arbonne, and how Arbonne fits into that, and how our income opportunity fits into that. So as I mentioned, I'm a financial advisor. So, you know, I've studied companies in the economy and markets for 38 years. And you need to know that you are at the right place at the right time on so many levels. You know how we talk about Arbonne being at the convergence of some mega trends in the world, right? So let's start with the big one, which is health and wellness. Health and wellness is a $4.2 trillion per year industry. And it's growing 4 times faster than the rest of global GDP, okay? Not to get too technical, but faster than the rest of the world. And the 2 biggest components of health and wellness are personal care products at over $1 trillion a year, and health food and nutrition at over $700 billion per year. And those are our 2 biggest lines. So yes, right place, right time, mega trend. And network marketing, social media marketing is the fastest growing distribution system within the health and wellness space. And then add in some of the things that you all know about Arbonne, that we're poised for global growth, that we're not only a home-based business, but a phone-based business, that our products are consumable, and that our business model and compensation plan, which are simply brilliant. And again, you're at the right place at the right time. So I want to talk a little bit more about our compensation plan, but not so much the numbers of it. You guys all know the 4 levels and the income at each level, right? You know that. So we're not going to talk about that part of it today. So what I want to talk about is the structure of our income and how it compares to other forms of income on a business level, so that you can see why our business model is simply brilliant. And this is stuff you don't always hear, and you don't really need to add this to your presentations. Just stay with me here for the next few minutes, and I promise it will all come together so that you really feel and truly understand why you're in the right place at the right time. And that's really what I want you to get from this today. Okay, so we're going to talk about money and wealth. And let's get the first thing out of the way first, and that is that you know it's not just about the money, right? You guys know that? It is about what the money can do for you. And the most important part of that is to give you more time. Time is most important for all of us. And in fact, in my business today as a financial advisor, when we're talking to clients about money and wealth, we define wealth as the ability to live the lifestyle of your choosing without the worry of money. Now notice, it's not a dollar amount. It's not you gotta have $5 million or 10 million or 50 million. We don't define wealth by dollars. It's not about the money, it's about the lifestyle of your choosing. And it's about not worrying about the money, thereby giving you the time to focus on those things that are truly most valued to you. That is wealth. I hope that makes sense for everybody. Because I know you've always heard the phrase, time is money, right? It's most commonly used when someone's on the clock and they're being delayed for some reason and they say, come on, time is money, I gotta go. Well, you really need to think about it the other way around. It's not time is money. Money is time. And that's what we're after. The more income that you have, the more choices you have, the more time you have, and then the greater impact that you make on everyone around you. So it's not just about the money, but it is so about the impact. And this is incredibly exciting stuff. Our Arbonne business gives us the ability to positively impact the health and wealth of hundreds or thousands of people worldwide. Okay, that's what you have in your hand, and that's just enormous. And we can also impact our communities through charities that we all get involved with within Arbonne. That is huge. And Arbonne gives you what I think is the greatest impact of our business. And the impact, it's the impact that comes to you and your family at area manager. And what is that? Yes, your business is willable at area manager. Okay? At area manager, your Arbonne business becomes an asset. It becomes part of what we call an asset income. And it is truly the best type of income, the type of income that all wealthy people generate, because it's a type of income that gives you time. It gives you time and money freedom, and that's what we've been talking about, so that you can have a greater impact. Okay, so far so good. Are you guys still with me here? All right, so I'm going to get into the weeds a little bit. And show you why asset income is the best. And I'm gonna go through this very quickly, but you don't need to be an expert on this stuff. You don't need to explain this to your prospects. Excuse me, I just want you to know about it. I want you to feel its power so it adds to your confidence and so that you know that you are indeed at the right place at the right time. So I know that Ruth said earlier, take notes. On this part, you don't even need to take notes. Just sit back and let it hit you, okay? Because I don't want this to affect your presentations and you to feel that, hey, I'm not an expert on this, this guy is. So I just wanted to hit you, absorb what I'm talking about so that your mindset changes a little bit and it gives you extra confidence. Okay, so let's just talk about the other kinds of income. And I'm going to go through this quickly and show you where asset income fits in. So there's three main types of income, and the one that we're all familiar with is earned income. It's a paycheck. It's W-2 income from a job. It is trading time for money, and it just doesn't work for most people anymore. We all know the old 40-40 model, work 40 hours a week for 40 years, retire on a small pension and Social Security, and you know, go off into the sunset. But you know, let's face it, that just doesn't cut it anymore. And you know, for me, it's kind of sad. For 30 years working in corporate America, I joked about only working half days. Yes, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. is half the day. So I worked half days for 30 years. And look where that got me. And it's kind of sad for me to say that. Okay, but there's three major reasons why earned income is the worst type of income you can have. Paycheck income, W-2 income. Number one, it's limited. It's limited by the number of hours that you can actually work. And more importantly, it's limited by the artificial company or government, whoever you're working for, they impose income caps for most jobs, right? So it's limited. You will never get paid what you're worth. It just doesn't happen. Number two, earned income is the most heavily taxed form of income. Federal, state, local taxes, payroll taxes, social security taxes. Many people pay greater than 50% of their income every year. Earned income is heavily taxed. And number three, earned income is not secure. You don't control whether or not you have a job. Someone else does. Someone else controls you. And their job is to pay you the least that they can get away with, okay, so that they get their bonus. So earned income is not secure. So a good goal here for all of us is to get out of this type of income and to never need a paycheck again. Agreed? Okay. Second type of income, portfolio income. This is where your money is working for you. And this is what I do in my business. It's stocks, bonds, real estate, other assets. Now, the main problem with portfolio income is you need money to make money. And so it's hard to accumulate and hard to get started. And even then, even if your money is making money for you, the tax rate here is still about 20%, which is still pretty high because it's on dollars that have already been taxed originally when they were earned. Portfolio income is still taxed high. But on a side note here, again, how you have to start thinking. Remember, you will always need a plan B, right? No matter how good your plan A is, you need a plan B. So when your Arbonne business becomes your plan A, portfolio income is a very good plan B. Have your money make money for you. Does that make sense? Okay. Portfolio income is very good at the right place and right time. And it's when your Arbonne business becomes plan A. Finally, as I mentioned earlier, the best type of income that you can possibly have is asset-based income. This is the income that most wealthy people have because they own their own business. When you own your own business, your growth potential of that business is unlimited, which means your income potential is unlimited. And most businesses are leveraged. Most businesses are leveraged by other people, such as employees. In our case, our leverage comes in the form of our teams, right? Leveraged income in a business with unlimited growth potential is incredibly powerful. And owning your own business gives you many more tax benefits than the other kinds of incomes that we just talked about, usually resulting in the lowest tax rates. You get to keep more of what you earn. This is the type of income you get from owning your Arbonne business. It provides you with an opportunity to grow an unlimited leveraged income. It is simply brilliant. It is really exciting stuff, and I hope you all agree with that. Now, again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is just for you. It's not part of your DAs. It's not part of the 4 quadrants if you use that. This does not go into your presentations, okay? If you feel compelled to share this, then share the recording, okay? You know, if I would you, okay? Share the recording. I share this only so that you feel the power of the comp plan, you feel the power of your Arbonne business, and then have greater confidence in sharing the business. So I hope that makes sense with you. I hope you're all with me on that. Follow what you're being coached to do in your presentations, but have this as your driver, as your passion behind it. Okay, so let's just recap real quick and then we're done. So first, remember, there is a major transformation going on in our economy right now that makes it urgent that everyone you know has a plan B. And so they need to prepare for impact before impact hits. Next, we discussed the mega trends that are happening right now and how Arbonne is in the path of those trends, of the fastest growing segments of those trends. And finally, we discussed how Arbonne offers us the opportunity for asset income, the only type of income that truly gives you time and money freedom, the time and money freedom that you desire and that you deserve. So again, what I hope I've given you today is much greater confidence in the industry, confidence certainly in Arbonne, confidence in our comp plan and the structure, and more confidence in yourself so that you believe your message is important, because self-belief is immensely powerful. The most successful people that I know believe in themselves almost to the point of delusion. And you too should be there as well. You have enormous capacity to make things happen. You are at the right place at the right time. Now let's go and do it. And I wish you all massive success. And thank you, Ruth and Christy, for having me here today. I really appreciate sharing with your group.